Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, but they face a second and long to start things out. One receiver to the left is Evans. Jameis to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Now Winston surveying the field. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on the line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On 4th down, the Bucs will call on Anger. Brian Anger to punt it away. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been, and in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense on the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That draw play got blown up by the blitz of the defense. Ordinarily, that's exactly what you want. You want them to blitz, and they go past you, and you go past them for a big gain. But in this situation, they hit him at the worst possible spot. Right exactly.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And set. side. 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Breeze now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's had great protection back there to throw. Really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer doesn't have to deal with him because he's not getting hit. Also means that he's able to find targets downfield at his leisure. That allows him to be really accurate. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
His pass caught at the 4. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second and goal. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Breeze. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
This is Charles, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Over the middle to Garçon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Here's Charles. Jamal Charles stopped on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
1st down, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Jameis to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On second down, Jamal Charles. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On first down, it's Charles again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense have felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Green Beckham's got it complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down. And these numbers, not what he wants to see, that's for sure. You know, last week, and we were talking about this, so crisp with his reads and progressions, but that just hasn't been the case here in this one.
Extremely sharp. We could have very well put a stopwatch to every play last week and seen everything hit right in time, right in rhythm. If it was a 3-second play, he would have hit it right on time. So far in this one, everything's off just a little bit, either a little fast or a little slow. I just thought when we watched him play last week, 1, 2, 3, bam, ball was right where it was supposed to be. Let's see if that can increase or get changed as this one goes along.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. One receiver to the left is Evans. A first down throw for Winston. Finding time. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs. On third down, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And taken right on the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Breeze now on first down. Caught left side, Garcon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is third and goal.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on third and goal. They come out here in the I. Breeze now on third and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vinny Curry, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Winston now to throw on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
He's got time. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Well, they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Try to power ahead with Lane. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Charles. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. Back to throw, Breeze. And he's got a noon one. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Breeze going to throw here. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Following the penalty, here's Charles. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Eagles, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the